Coming up on Art Focus.
I remember my first time showing my art to my mom was, hey, chalo tadie with the hair, like, what is it? And it's not her fault, I understand, but I thought maybe my dad, who has traveled, will actually get it, but he was like, "Oh, bank maybe." So me all this time, I don't do the art because I get inspired on the internet or I get inspired by great artists and making it in life. No, my drive always is to prove to my parents that I'm getting there one day, and I don't care what happens. I'm just getting there, and they should just. I don't, if they believe in me or not, I will just prove. It's like I'm trying to prove somebody wrong. That is how I feel. Like I'm trying to prove somebody wrong, no matter what. And it's personal for me. Like art is so personal. Frema. I am into fine art. I studied art SHS, Adontin Senior High, and when I completed, I went to Ghana College of Arts and Design. I wasn't able to complete because the school closed down in my third year. Third year is where you kind of learn. You choose your basic course you want to do. Like they teach you the importance. I'm not saying the first and second years are not important, but it's kind of like important to us artists in your third year. I was closed down. It kind of hurt my spirit, and I was quite down, and I wanted to give up. I got a job to work as a gallery creator for 3 years. But I didn't get that when I completed. I started doing room paintings. I ignored the fine art and started doing room paintings with 4 boys, and I was the only girl. And then we named it Hughes Fine Art. So we got some money, and then I got a job working as a creator. I also got a little depressed, not because the work wasn't fun. It was very fun, but I saw my friends making beautiful art, and I wasn't making any of them. So I told my boss, and he said, I can make art and then sell it in the gallery. Why not? I got a good boss. And then I started continuing my journey till I became a full-time artist. I grew up with my grandma at North Carnation, and then with a lot of uncles around. It was interesting. I learned a lot from them. They taught me tough things in life. Like they were really strict on me because I was a female, and that is okay if I say, but if I say like how parents are concerned in their children's dream, if I got it, I'll say maybe no, but I can't blame them because maybe, I don't know, I can't blame them. It's not part of, or it's not really important, but all the same, it was quite good. All those things taught me to know who I am now, because let me take you back to how I got to Adontin. I stayed home for 1 year before going to SS. Because I got my placement and I really wanted to be a day student, go to Accra Girls, but my mom was trying to find a way so that we can go, but it was getting too late, so I had to give up and then go to Adontin. I got the opportunity to go there. I had 1 in March, so I was supposed to do business, but the business class was full, so I joined the visual arts. And then I stayed in the visual art class for a year so that next year I could go to the business class. And I got to know that I could do paintings because I was in the visual art class. It was interesting. I found my voice. I found what could distract me from so many things in life. So I don't know if it was a gift hidden or was something part of God's plan. I actually can't tell. Sincerely speaking, I might say it was God's plan for me. In reality, I would say maybe I learned it in school. If that's what the world will say, they'll say that you learned it in school. But I would say it is a gift from God because I didn't know till I grew up. Most of my friends could testify. So I grew up in North Carnation with my grandma. Art brings me love, I would say. It takes away my pain. it makes me understand, it gives me peace, it makes me understand things much more deeper. It makes me relax when I'm depressed. It's so much for me because it gives me so much, like I'm using my hands for something. Even if I don't have the brain, God forbid though, but even if I don't have it, I have the hands to create something I see, because the eyes is there to help me to create. So art is amazing for me in my life, sincerely speaking. It's all I got. I have up there, but I've got that. I really appreciate God for giving me that gift. People ask that question a lot, who is your biggest influence or your mentor or something, but I don't have, but I say what makes me continue doing art each and every day is to still prove to my parents that what I'm doing is amazing. So it has been like a target or something for me to prove to them that there's value in what I'm doing. It's what drives me every time. I just want to break out from there and they'll notice that, oh, okay, so it can really serve as something. Or what is it? I remember my first time showing my art to my mom was, hey, chalo, like, what is it? And it's not her fault, I understand, but I thought maybe my dad, who has traveled, will actually get it, but he was like, oh, bank maybe, like, so me all this time, I don't do the art because I get inspired on the internet or I get inspired by great artists and making it in life. No, my drive always is to prove to my parents that I'm getting there one day and I don't care what happens, I'm just getting there, and they should just, I don't, if they believe in me or not, I will just prove. It's like I'm trying to prove somebody wrong. That is how I feel. Like I'm trying to prove somebody wrong no matter what. And it's personal for me. Like art is so personal. It's like a revenge. So as I said, my first attempt was just replacing head with hands and just putting hand with actions on top of head. Hand that are doing something. I wanted to talk about camera guys, photographers, tailors, painters, and so many things. I was just exploring and then trying to find my voice in what, like every artist has his own style and what they will recognize you for. So that is what I wanted to start with. I started with one, I went to the next, and this was my third attempt. I was just checking online, trying to see if I could find movement of hands, and then I started letting my friends pose for me with their hands moving, and I started replacing them on images and then going to tell the story in some unique way. I can't yet reveal to you unless you come to my art exhibition. And I moved to sign language. So like on my feet work, I started taking the sign language very serious, because I can't just have an exhibition and if I invite my 10 children I went to teach and there is a writer, most of them are not really good in reading. So they have to come and then understand what I'm doing. Like they should also like have the feeling of the flow and smile with each other and get interested and be like, oh, I can also do this. Yes, to inspire them, to tell them that there's more for them. Yes. Sincerely speaking, I wish I was a watercolor painter. I love doing watercolor, like the way it flows. It's so peaceful, but liking it is not enough. But I practice with acrylics painting. I add a little material, so it's whatever I find around that is interesting to me. It's either paper, dresses, I'm cutting, jewelries that are vintage, like I'm adding them to it. I'm exploring paper, canvas, anything I find around. Mirrors. Nowadays, I'm fascinated about mirrors, like the reflection of us. Like I'm fascinated about it. So I add all this medium to my work. I'm not limiting myself to anything. I'm just exploring. That's what I keep doing. So this is a female painter. She's called Anita Pearl. She's an artist, so I decided to replace. I made my friend pose her hands for me holding a paint with a brush that the paint is pouring out on the dress, because I wanted to depict this as like an artist. She's an artist, but she's fearless. And she does what she wants to do. She climbs, she paints long tower buildings, and she's not scared to, express herself. So I just wanted to depict her in my paintings. Where I find my inspiration is traveling to rural areas, seeing kids with disability, and then seeing them doing something with what they've got and what they have to do, like no matter how they do it. They just have to live it feels like they're in a different world when you get close to them. And they are not more different from us. It's just that we are treating them different. So I had the opportunity to work with Cape Coast Most Deaf. I like doing research a lot, traveling to rural areas, and then I met this lovely kids. I have to train them to study art to add to their life needs when they become like adults and they have to face the world, things they can do. So these kids, I say kids inspires me a lot because of how their brain work. Kids are people when you can hurt and the next day they still talk to you. Kids are vulnerable. It's not like they are weak. They are stronger than you might even think. So I find my inspiration from them a lot. Because today they can tell you they are doctors, and the next day you see them, oh no, I want to be a teacher, and they don't really care. They're just living the life that they feel they have to live. And it's not like just any kind of kids. It's kids with special needs. Those are the people that I get connected to, or that drives me a lot. Because when growing up, it was difficult for me to even read or even write. And I won't say my parents didn't do well. They tried what they could. They didn't know what maybe might be wrong with me or something, but it really affected me because I didn't know what I'll become when I grow up. Because what will I be? But nowadays kids are being taught so much, like they give them options in school. They are learning creativities and things. Those things inspires me. I go them to tell them my story and then give them a little impact that I have. And then when they give me back what they know, the little knowledge they know, or what I learned from them, it drives me a lot as an artist. It takes my drive away. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. So that what drives me a lot. Kids with special needs. Most artists say they like to paint in dawn, but me, if the feeling is there, the feeling is there. I don't care if it's at dawn, morning, afternoon. If the drive is there for me to work, I go work. I actually don't have a time, because there are days I can be there and I've not painted for the whole 6 months. But when the drive comes for me to work, afternoon, morning, it all feels comfortable. You just have your cool music and then just paint. Yeah, I don't have any special time for painting. I paint anytime that the drive is there. The music really calms me. It lifts my spirits. I don't know how it does it, but it gives you a different energy and it takes you away from whatever that is going on in here, and you are just there painting, just happy in your happy moment. It's amazing. I don't know. She's called Ruby, and I just wanted to tell her story in her own way. If I can't support her, I can buy a lot, but I might not do anything, just to encourage her to keep doing what she's doing. So most of the works here is like to encourage people to let you keep moving, to get that we understand what you are doing in our own community, because a lot can't love you. So the little that are there, we try and support in our own way, and that is important for me. Not to have so much crowd, but the few people are the correct ones around you, and the circle should be tight, and it's fine with me. I've registered my business, Hughes Fine Arts, and aside me doing canvas painting, I do t-shirt designs. I teach kids with special needs. I travel to places for people to let me paint their houses, schools. It's now recently that I started making money from my art, but what serves as an income for me is my t-shirt designs, my teachings, and my Papa movements. And that is what has been driving me.
How do you seek out opportunities?
How do I seek
For such opportunities to get your...
Oh, that's a good question. I'm a talkative. I would like to, I don't mind seeing you the first time and then coming to tell you that, I do this, I do that. I post them on my social media. I'm shy, by the way, but when I see you and I want to vibe with you, I take that out. And I just tell you what I do. I put them on social media. Friends and families help too. They post. I have a website. That's where I do my marketing, Instagram, Facebook. But I get more of my buyers from WhatsApp and then referrals, a lot of referrals. That has been helping. That's where I've been doing my 1 or 2.
My name is Franca Maria Ando. I'm the CEO of Josie's Kappa Cappuccino. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary with an art exhibition with one of our artists called Nana Frema Amwabe. And the exhibition is called Hand Statements. We also have an art space called Antique Lemonade, and it's a space for creatives where we encourage creatives to do work that is enduring. And Nana Frema is one of the creatives that we've worked with. And so because we like her authenticity, we decided that she would be a good choice to launch our 25th anniversary.
My name is Sefako Ejabe. I'm here on this beautiful Friday night to witness the arts exhibition by Nana Frema. It's beautiful, it's talented. I believe she's representing something very phenomenal, and I support this art, and I hope that she breaks more boundaries with this beautiful work of art.
I think Nana Frema is going to be a world phenomenon. She's going to be very important in the arts. I think she has huge potential. She has a good eye, but she's also true to herself. And I think for every creative, it's important to be true to yourself, and that's going to take her very far.
It's a great opportunity for me to showcase and show the people about Hand Statements, to tell the story in different way. This is going to be an amazing journey for me, and then the comments, response that I've gotten has really encouraged me a lot, because I didn't really expect this at all. I was really confused, depressed, starting this process. I didn't get good critics when I wanted to start. I asked people about what they thought about my work, and they didn't really like it. But now, opening it to a lot of viewers it's great. I'm overwhelmed, so I don't even know what to say right now. This is a big opportunity for me today, and I thank everybody for coming.
I just want to tell my story. I just want my voice to be heard about kids with disability in sign language, and for them to get attention, because I'm sorry for bringing this up and up and up. In the school at Cape Coast, they only have 2 walking sticks for the blind. 2. Just even it's 1, because the other one is not even up to, when you are blind, the walking stick is supposed to be at your chest, so that it helps you move, and it has a round thing that goes and still it sends you that there's a stone here or there's something moving over there. The other one doesn't do that. It's a local type, and the other one that works too is just 1, and it's long, and the short person can use it. So I just want to keep making noise, make noise, paint about those kind of things, so that they will be heard. and they can have that. You know, they're already in their traumatized way already, and they can still have the things they can even use to make them happy. Why should I follow any trend? That is for me though, but I just pray everything works out as I embark on this journey. I'm not hoping to stop anytime soon. It's not a project I am going to jump from. It's something I'm going to continue. So this is my trend, the hand statement. She's called Ruby, and I just wanted to tell her story in a whole, like her own way. If I can't support her, I can buy a lot, but I might not do anything, just to encourage her to keep doing what she's doing. So most of the works here is like to encourage people to let you keep moving, to get that we understand what you are doing in our own community, because a lot can't love you. So the little that are there, we try and support in our own way, and that is important for me, not to have so much crowd, but the few people are the correct ones around you, and the circle should be tight, and it's fine with me. So my first attempt, I sketched a figure, and then initially I wanted the pose to be like a pose that you feel the hands moving, like if a model is posing, mostly they pose with their hands, the position and all those kind of things. But I asked an artist who is a friend, and he's like, oh, it's figurative. Everybody's doing figurative. Move to abstract. Like, do something different. And I really loved that work because it was colorful. It was dope for me. But because of the comments, I was getting a little bit down. I asked another opinion from a friend, and the friend was like, Charlie, do what you want to do. Don't listen to anybody. Just practice. It's a first attempt. You go on and you come back again. It's not like you're going to sell it to anybody. It's something you are developing, right? And I was like, yes, so develop it and see the end product. So I sketched, and then one day I was there and I was like, let me just put my hands there a lot. And in the sign language, when you are clapping, it's like this. So when I'd sketched a female, like a male model who had posed like that with his jacket winding, and I remember one of my students saying that he wanted to be like a fashion designer, and I imagined him, sketched him, and then tried to say like he was walking on the runway and they were clapping for him. So this is what he understands. When he comes to standing in front of my painting, it's not all about the write-up. He gets the work. He understands what I'm doing. He's connected to it. So the hands, I use my hands all like on the paintings like that, and I put glitters. There's this silver things I collected from a friend's dress. I just stick them on it as a reflection, and I put a mirror so that anyone that stands at the work, it's not only about you alone. The person also sees itself. So the mirror stands from everybody, whether you are blind, you can't talk, you can talk, you can laugh. You just come and something flashes at you, like you know there's something flashy over there. I was just giving my work so much attention, especially with pop colors and then so much glitters. So that's how my first trial was, and it went well. I got good comments when I exhibited that first work, and I was happy with myself. I hope my viewers watching Art Focus on UTV will not just watch it because of entertainment's sake, but try and then listen to at least there's so much plenty talk we've said, but all I'm trying to say is that they should give a little care. It's not all about the money that we want, but we are also trying to tell a story out there. We are voicing some people's stories that they can't come and tell you. We are telling little children's imaginative, like what they want the future to become. They don't want this life we are living now. They want a different generation, different story. They don't want to grow up and become like us. Those who want to learn art should go for it. You can still be a lawyer and still learn art. Nothing changed. It adds to your creativity. It's not a bad thing to do art. Mostly people say if you are not intelligent is when you do art, but I say it's wrong. Because the things we know, you don't even know half. Forgive me if I'm wrong for you, but we are telling a story here. We are painting someone's emotional feeling, happiness, joy, whatever you call it. We are telling a story. We are voicing kids with disabilities story to you. We are voicing our own story to you. We are voicing your own story that you've not told anybody to yourself. Get connected to the art. I don't think my art is meant for someone's show. My art is meant for a showcase where, like, I don't even mind my art being at like a place where a bus stop and it's showing wide for someone passing to see. I don't mind my art being in a museum. I like it. I don't mind it being at a big billboard and it's just there telling the story, because it's important for me, it's important for them. It tells them what they need, since they can't, when they write to the governments, they can't hear to their need or something. This is what we do. So I just hope viewers will change their mind, because we can't force you to buy $1 million painting. But at least have a change of mind. It starts from there. It doesn't start from you buying an artwork. It starts from you changing your mind and getting into the painting and understanding it. That is all I ask for my viewers. I have a few people who admire my works. Capo Cappuccino, which is Auntie Franca. I call this Mr. Collins, who I call him Dope Art. He admires my works a lot. My husband admires my work a lot. Some few artists of mine, they admire my works. So some few people I know just love what I do. Some people too might see it not beautiful and what is you replacing the head with an A. But I really don't care about how you admire or what you think. It's just me being happy doing what I'm doing. And so far as I get to live every day, I wake up every morning being fed and moving, I'm okay. That is the most important for me. I keep moving. I wish I could show you some of my old works. You laugh at me. I feel like I'm still improving, and I like this each stage I get to, because I used to be scared of even attempting huge works. I think some of the festivals like Charity has helped us, maybe young artists coming up, because it gave me the platform to paint a 15 by 20 feet art all by myself on the scarfio, and it was very scary. I cried, but at the end of the day, if you see the work, I didn't even believe it was me. It helps a lot. Like, I'm really improving each and every day that I put my hands. I touch a brush and I put I touch a canvas. I develop as a process every day, and it's really helpful. As they say, practice, practice, practice. It doesn't make you perfect, but it grows you. It keeps you going. I wanted to have a school for special need. I wanted to be a teacher. I love teaching kids. I don't know if it's still there, because life takes you where you don't know where you'll be. But I just hope I have this school one day and make a difference for my young ones coming. That is my career goal. Like, I want to see myself. I want to share my story to them and to, like, motivate them, or them to share their story to the next generation. It isn't bad to tell your story, no matter how ugly or not even impressive it is or not. Someone, even just a little person, might get it. Not all of us might get it, but I don't mind. Even if I'll change one person's life, it's important for me.